What's up, everybody? I'm B-True, and today I'm going to talk about balance and the state of Naruto Online currently. But first, if you're interested in videos like this and tips about Naruto Online, I have a lot of content covering this game. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell notification so you know when I'm live streaming and you don't miss any of my future videos to help you with the game. But anyway, let's get back into the video. So, balance. And right now, the English version of Naruto Online is not really very balanced, and it's become a little stale, especially in the cross-server events such as Matsuri, the Matsuri Challenge, and the Arena, because you basically see the same teams just over and over and over. So you see the Water main team with Mabui, Great Ninja War, 1010, and Mei, or you see the Wind main team with Sage Naruto, Kazekage Gaara, and then Wind main, and then the last character is sort of interchangeable, or you see Lightning main with Root team. And the reason for this is because right now, there is not a lot of overpowered ninja in the game, right? So that normally sounds like a good thing, right? You don't want to have a lot of overpowered ninja in the game. However, the way that balance works is the more overpowered ninja there are, the more diversity there is, and the more ability for you to kind of mix and match your lineups go. When there's only a few overpowered ninja and then a lot of kind of average ninja, what ends up happening is everybody uses the overpowered ninja. When there's a lot of overpowered ninja, that kind of becomes the new baseline, and then you're not kind of pigeonholed into using a specific ninja. So, right now, in the English version, because there aren't a lot of overpowered ninja, you only have a few options. So, some of the overpowered ninja right now. Death, Possession, Blood, Hidan, he's definitely an overpowered ninja. If you have him, a lot of people are using him. Let's see here. I don't really have many of them at all. But, we go down here. So, Susanoo Sasuke, he's overpowered. Very difficult to get, though. Fifth Hokage Tsunade, also overpowered as a healer. Very difficult to get. Tobirama, overpowered, very difficult to get. So there's 3 overpowered ninja right there, but it's extremely hard for people to get them without paying a lot of money. So if you have those ninja, you're generally using them if you're willing to pay that kind of money. But, you know, again, and the same with, like, so A. He's sort of overpowered. He's a fun character, but, again, very difficult to get. Mei, on the other hand, is an overpowered character that is not difficult to get. In fact, you can get her very easily. If you're lucky enough, you can get her with 60 seal scrolls in the Kage treasure, and if you're lucky enough to pull her as your first rare. She is very overpowered right now. Her kit has a whole bunch of really good things in it, and you can get her as a free-to-play player. Most people that save up any of their seal scrolls have Mei. Okay, I don't, but a lot of people do have Mei. So she's an easy-to-get, overpowered character, making her somebody that a lot of people try to fit into their lineup. So none of these really. Sage Mode Naruto, he is overpowered. Again, pretty easy to get. There's a lot of events where you can get fragments for him, and then also, again, you can get lucky and get him in the first 60 scrolls in the Sage Naruto treasure. Again, a very overpowered ninja that is easy to get for free-to-play players as well as pay-to-play players. And again, if you have him, you're trying to fit him in your lineup. Okay, so there's 2. Hashirama's overpowered in some lineups, but again, he's sort of hard to get because he's a super rare. You can get him with some of the lucky packs, but it's a very low chance. Susanoo Itachi, very overpowered, extremely difficult to get. You have to pay an insane amount of money to get Itachi Susanoo. But if you have him, you're using him. Minato, very strong. I wouldn't call him overpowered, but he's very strong. But again, very difficult to get, so not a lot of people have him, not a lot of people can use him. Nagato, not all that difficult to get. He is relatively cheap in the event going on right now. And this is sort of the reason that I wanted to make this video, because, so like I said, there's the Wind main with Sage Naruto team. There's the Water main with Mei. Now, adding Nagato to the game kind of shakes up the balance a little bit. And that's why it was such a big deal when they added Nagato, and why the community kind of got a little, revitalization, because when they added Nagato, Nagato is an overpowered ninja. that's not that difficult to get if you spend a little bit of money. Okay, it's a little bit. Yes, a lot of the free-to-play players aren't going to be able to get him right now. But the people who pay any little bit of money, they're able to get him for relatively cheap right now, and he does a lot of things. He cancels shields and buffs, which makes him a counter to like the Wind main team, to Root of the Warrior, Lightning main teams. Like he's a counter to a lot of things, and he does a lot of really good things. He's a strong support character that does a lot of damage. And as soon as they release the Edo Tensei treasure, he's going to get even better because he's going to buff all those Edo Tensei ninja. So he's overpowered, and he's somewhat easy to get. He's not as easy as like Mei and Sage Naruto, but he's somewhat easy to get. So what that does is it shakes up the meta by adding a new overpowered ninja that you can get. Yes, we have overpowered ninja, enough of them, but most of them are so hard to get for the average player that they don't have them. So you're forced to stick with Sage Naruto or Mei. You know what I mean? So with Nagato, what's not happening is, so now that people got Nagato, it breeds innovation in the community. People are trying out new things because they want to fit Nagato in their lineup. So what they end up doing is they start adding new characters into the lineup to fit around Nagato. So you've got these new characters, right? With Nagato here, and you have people coming up with these creative, innovative lineups for him. I've seen lineups with the Water main, I've seen lineups with the Wind main, I've seen lineups with the Earth main, the Lightning main. I haven't seen any with the Fire main yet, but I guarantee you that you can figure one out. So what this does is, it doesn't force people into a certain playstyle and a certain lineup just to compete, because right now the meta is in a very bad place where, unfortunately, there's only a few lineups that are actually viable. So the more overpowered ninja that get released, the more the meta is going to change, and it's going to broaden the spectrum so you're not fighting the same teams over and over again. And then the broader that spectrum goes, the more counterplay gets introduced. As opposed to when you see the same lineup all the time, there's one counter, maybe two counters to that lineup. So then you're forced to use, whatever that is. However, when you have the opportunity of facing many diversified lineups, then you find more of a middle ground with your lineup. So instead of just building to counter one specific lineup, you're building the way that you want to build and the strength of your lineup, how you see fit. And it's going to counter some lineups. It's going to get countered by some lineups. And then some lineups, it's just going to be, pretty much an even fight. And it's going to come down to who has the better power and who is a little bit luckier. So that's why Nagato was such a big deal when he got released, and that's why adding the Edo Tensei treasure is going to help the game's balance a lot, because I know a lot of people are really bored with the state of the game right now, constantly seeing the same teams over and over, just recycled teams over and over in the Matsuri and in the arena especially, and it can get really boring just facing the same stuff over and over, and some of those lineups are very cancerous in a way. Like they're just like really shitty lineups to go up against. So when you don't have a lot of options against that, it just becomes a very negative experience. So that's sort of the state of the game right now. And like I said, there are a couple overpowered ninja, but only a very select few that the average player has access to. Okay, and that is the problem with the balance right now. You only have a few characters. Like, so for me, Death Possession Blood Hidan is the only overpowered character that I have. So I feel the need to have to use him in every single one of my lineups. I don't feel like I can ever make a lineup that doesn't include Death Possession Blood Hidan. And everything that I add to my lineup, as you can see, is to buff Hidan in order to make him do more damage, to make him better. So, and that's a negative experience in a way, because I'm not being creative. I'm not having fun with my lineups. I'm basically just doing what I have to do in order to make this character the best, because it's the only overpowered ninja that I have. And that's what everybody does with Mei, and that's what everybody does with Sage Naruto. So I hope that kind of explains why the game is in the state that it's in right now, sort of the state of the balance that we're in, because we're not in a good balanced state right now, and it has nothing to do with Oasis or anything like that. It has to do with the fact that we just don't have a lot of overpowered ninja in the game right now. And so the more overpowered ninja that we have, the more diversity that there will end up being as people find a specific ninja that they want in their lineup, and then they will find ways to work around it. Whereas when you only have one or two ninja that everybody has available to them, then you end up seeing the same stuff over and over and over. So hopefully Oasis kind of figures this out and they start giving us more overpowered ninja that are easier to get, as opposed to characters like 5th Hokage Tsunade, where you have to top up $1,000 to get, or Minato, who you have to top up $1,000 to get. Oh, I forgot Tendo. Tendo's overpowered, but again, very difficult to get. So hopefully they start adding more overpowered ninja that the average player has a chance of getting. Like, I don't want them giving away overpowered ninja. That's not what I'm saying. But make more overpowered ninja that are available to us through rares in treasures, through events with decent pricing that you can actually, afford to get some of these rare characters. And by doing that, it's going to completely spread out the meta. It'll thin things out. The game will feel much fresher as you're fighting different teams each time. And every time you fight a different team, you have to figure out that team's strategy while you're fighting them, which is part of the fun of this game. You have to figure out, okay, what's my opponent going to do? What is their lineup based around? What are they trying to do? How do I counter that? If you're facing the same team over and over and over and over, you know exactly what they're going to do, and then it's stale, and it's just whether or not you have the initiative and the power to stop them from doing what they're trying to doing and pull off what you want to do. So yeah, that's about everything I can say about the game from a balance perspective. I hope that all makes sense to you guys. And again, this isn't like a video to really, like looking for change or trying to like bring awareness to a problem that Oasis needs to fix immediately. This is just something for you guys to think about if you kind of feel like the game is getting stale. Don't give up hope. It is going to change. It's just going to take time as we start to catch up to China, or not catch up, but as we get closer to the stuff that China has. And we start getting more and more of the cool ninja that are going to start coming out with the reanimation and the Jinchurikis and everything. The meta will change drastically. The lineups will diversify. And the game will definitely become more fresh. So don't lose hope. Don't lose faith in the game. There's still a lot of good things that can happen. So just, like I said, stick with it for now. And when new ninja come, be that innovation. Don't just get stuck in your own ways. And hopefully as more strong ninja come, we can start getting more diversity is going to be a very good thing for this game and for the balance of the game. Anyway, guys, that's about it. That's all I can talk about today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please click the like button down below. I really appreciate everybody who took the time to watch this video the whole way through, and let me know what you think about the balance of the game and my thoughts on this right now, and what the future of the game is going to be like. But yeah, that's it for me, guys. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you all for watching, and peace.